नमस्ते। कैसे हैं आप और कैसा चल रहा है आपका क्वारंटीन स्लैश लॉकडाउन? वेल, आई एम श्योर दैट यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक द मोस्ट ऑफ इट. एंड बिफोर आई गेट स्टार्टेड विद टुडेज सेशन, आई वांट टू से दिस वन मोर टाइम कि ये सेशन उन सब लोगों के लिए है जो कि फिटनेस प्रोफेशनल्स तो है ही, पर उन सब लोगों में के लिए भी है जो कि फिटनेस में इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं. तो इसेंशली ये सेशन आप सब लोगों के लिए है. इसमें मैं इस बारे में बात करूंगी दैट व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट रियली अफेक्ट आवर हेल्थ and why therefore as individuals and as fitness professionals we need to be looking at all of these factors. जब हमने ये प्रोजेक्ट चालू किया ऑफ असिस्टेंस फॉर फिटनेस प्रोफेशनल्स, वी हैड मोर देन 1,000 people who filled in their forms and more than 50% of people had lost almost 100% of their income. लेकिन दिल को छूने वाली बात ये थी that in spite of losing almost all their money, all that most fitness professionals wanted were more ideas to get through this period. So they weren't really seeking just financial assistance, or some of them were seeking no financial assistance at all, but everyone wanted to know what can they do to really overcome this situation. And therefore I thought that maybe starting today and tomorrow and day after, let's do a series where I can maybe use my experience in this field to tell you that what are the things that you can do to stay afloat, not just during these times but also once this is over, and really equip yourselves to deal with any challenges that may come in the future. All right, so let's get going with that, and welcome to session number 1. It's called widening the scope of your practice. Now why is it called the widening the scope of your practice? Because I feel what happens is that unknowingly, though a lot of us may be freelancers working in our heads what we believe just for ourselves, so we may believe कि मेरे प्रोफेशन में मैं ही खुद की बॉस हूँ, लेकिन unknowingly हम लोग जो एडवाइस देते हैं हमारे क्लाइंट्स को over and over, we really sound like people who have been employed by the food industry or the weight loss industry. So we actually become their spokesperson. हम लोग weight loss industry के spokesperson बन जाते हैं और हम लोग food industry के spokesperson बन जाते हैं. So what I have seen most fitness professionals do is reduce everything to carbohydrate, protein, fat and calories. Okay, this is the approach that most people take. Almost all the advice that we give people is rooted in deprivation. ठीक है, deprivation मतलब किसी चीज की कमी. ठीक है, तो हम लोग कभी उनको बोलते हैं कि आप आपके डाइट में से फैट की कमी करो, तो कभी हम लोग बोलते हैं आप कैलोरीज कम करो, तो कभी हम लोग उनको बोलते हैं कि कार्बोहाइड्रेट कम करो. हम लोग के सारे जो पोस्ट होते हैं, हम लोग का जो सारा स्पीच रहता है, हम लोग जो भी बोलते हैं वो सब कुछ इसी के बारे में रहता है. देन ऑफ कोर्स वी यूज डिफरेंट वेज टू डू दैट. तो कोई ये वीगनिज्म के थ्रू करता है, कोई ये कीटो के थ्रू करता है, कोई ये इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग के थ्रू करता है. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे द वन मैसेज दैट वी आर सेंडिंग इज डिप्राइव योरसेल्व्स. जो भी कर रहे हो उसको कम करो. और मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि सबसे अच्छा कम करने का तरीका क्या है. दैट इज हाउ वन फैड कीप्स कमिंग आफ्टर एन अदर without you knowing. You are a spokesperson of the food industry, and what has happened is you have been boxed, you have caged yourself, you have just limited your entire influence to just this. Then there are other fitness professionals who are then about, if this is about deprivation, and finally it all comes down to कैसे कम से कम calories खाए जाए and calorie reduction. Then it is about punishment in the form of exercise, or mostly about कैसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा calories हम लोग burn कर पाए. So then at the other end, when it comes to trainers and stuff, I see other boxing of ideas, which is there will be someone who will say just high reps and low weight karo. There will be others who will say that just low reps और जितना ज़्यादा वजन उठा सकते हो उतना उठाओ. There will be someone else who will say कि सिर्फ योगा करो और बाकी में कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ प्राणायाम और मेडिटेशन करो. There will be others who will say just do Zumba and everything is fine. So what we do again is that we just HIIT का ट्रेनिंग करो, just 30 minutes का ट्रेनिंग करो. Again one more time we just ensure that we have boxed ourselves into a fixed idea. Again here all our posts are about मेरा bicep कैसा है, मेरा खुद का six pack कैसा है, मेरा thigh देखो, मेरा quadricep कैसा दिख रहा है. All our hashtags also further draw out of what the food industry is telling us. Hashtag fasting, hashtag keto, hashtag LCHF, hashtag whatever, so what we do is that we turn health into a personal responsibility. And once we turn health into a personal responsibility, we kind of begin to ruin our careers. So that's the first thing that I want all of you to understand. But while we are ruining our careers, we don't quite understand that we are ruining our careers, because what we do is that we put ourselves in a position where we tell others, and these others are actually our clients. So it is really unfortunate that the people to whom we talk down and to whom we make them feel like losers are actually our clients. I don't think in any other profession that happens, but in our profession it does tend to happen. We position ourselves at a place where we tell them that देखो मेरे तरफ देखो, मेरी personal, look at how committed I am to my fitness. मैं उठ के वर्कआउट करती हूँ या करता हूँ, मैं ऐसा ही खाती हूँ. when I take my pizza, I remove the base and I just eat the cheese. When I go to the gym, मैं soreness था पर फिर भी मैंने deadlift किया and stuff like that. मेरा हाथ में bleeding हुआ फिर भी मैंने deadlift किया. मैं कितनी great हूँ. तुम तो तुच्छ person हो, तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, इसलिए you are fat. In one way or the other, that's the only message that we keep sending them. So instead of them knocking off on the weight or on the fat percentage, what we do, what our presence in their life does, is that we knock them off on their confidence, we knock them off on self-belief, we knock them off on self-acceptance, we knock them off on nurture, and that is not the role that we should be playing. Because if we really make it all about personal responsibility, we are the first victims of the propaganda of the weight loss and the health industry, or the weight loss and the food industry. And instead of really being health warriors, we are just their employees who are helping them make better profit, and then we turn into people who are losing out on our income every time that there is any kind of a shift in the scenario, like COVID for example. So to widen your scope, the first thing that you have to realize is that health is not a personal responsibility. It is really not up to a individual to decide how healthy or unhealthy they are going to be. Health is a joint responsibility. So this is the first thing that we have to understand, that it is a joint responsibility. What do I mean by joint responsibility? What I mean by joint responsibility is that it is something which is affected by many factors. It is affected by economic factors, it is affected by environmental factors, it is affected by social factors, it is affected by historical factors, it is affected by culture, it is affected by housing, it is affected by the political environment in your country. And as a fitness professional, it is important that you start paying attention to all of these factors which either predispose your clients to obesity and lack of fitness, or turn them into fitter individuals. So it's high time that you stop this talk of carbohydrate, protein, fat and my PR and stuff like that, and really focus on the other factors that influence your client's health and also your health. I hope that you're getting this point. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to spend some time talking about some of the factors that you may have never considered as important, but they play a huge role in your client's life, in their lifestyle, also in your life and your lifestyle, but you could completely be overlooking them, and then you could just be making ideas, developing concepts, and asking your clients to stay away from something which is actually important for them. Okay, so the number one thing that I want to talk about is colonization. Colonization, इसलिए मैंने यहाँ लिखा भी है that one of the factors that affects health is, were you a colony before? ठीक है, colony मतलब were you a European colony before? So now if you look at us, we've been a British colony for so many years. ठीक है, more than 200 years we were a British colony. It's only for the last 70 years that we have had independence. We are still a young country in that sense, in terms of really being free from colonization. Now what you will see, and for this you will need to expand your view, you will need to read up much more than just purely exercise and nutrition books. You will need to keep your eyes, ears and all of your senses wide open. You will have to pay attention. Is that every colony has poor health outcomes than people who have colonized them. ठीक है, so every colony में आता है a lot of the Asian countries. India was really called as the jewel in the crown of the empire, so we obviously have even worse health outcomes. And then there are countries in Africa who have been colonies, so you can see out there also that, you know, colonization has predisposed us to many kinds of illnesses, and these many kinds of illnesses include both non-communicable diseases and communicable diseases. तो हमारे यहाँ मलेरिया, टीबी एंड स्टफ ये तो होता ही है, पर उसके साथ डायबिटीज़, हार्ट डिसीज़, ये भी सारा कुछ होता है. लेकिन हम लोग एज फिटनेस प्रोफेशनल्स क्या करते हैं, डायबिटीज़ को राइस के साथ अटैच कर देते हैं, डायबिटीज़ को मैंगो के साथ अटैच कर देते हैं, डायबिटीज़ को. सो व्हाट वी डू इज दैट वी ऑल्सो have one inherent ability, because of this influence of colonization, to kind of look down upon local produce. ठीक है, so colonization changes the food system. It introduces foods that don't belong to you, and it leads to vanishing of foods which were always a part of your food system, and that then begins to change your gut bacteria and influences your health. So that's one of the things that you need to be looking at. The second thing that you need to be looking at is the economy. Okay, इकोनॉमी मतलब कि आपकी कंट्री का इकोनॉमी करंटली कैसे चल रहा है, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर भी ये निर्भर होता है कि आपका हेल्थ आउटकम कैसे रहेगा. सो लेट्स से इफ यू आर अ डेवलप्ड इकोनॉमी like the Europe, you know, the Western Europe and stuff, then your health outcomes of populations are better than that of developing economies like India, like China, like Brazil and stuff. हम लोग सब लोग developing economy में माने जाते हैं. Diabetes, again, we are considered to be what is called as the capital of diabetes, the world capital of diabetes. Again, we think that this is because of eating rice, because, you know, we are just boxed into thinking of everything as carbohydrate, protein, fat and calories. What we completely miss out is that it is because of economic factors. So what do I mean by economic factors? That when we are a growing economy, we go through something called as nutrition transition. ठीक है, nutrition transition is a well established phenomenon. I would urge all of you to look it up after this class. What nutrition transition means is that as developing economies grow, the people who live in those developing economies, they begin to give up on their own local food and they start eating a more Western diet. Or Western diet is a diet which is dominant with packaged food, which are rich in added sugars. They have high amount of meat and stuff like that, and with that comes also a drop in their physical activity. So consumption of more processed food along with a drop in physical activity predisposes populations of growing economies to many diseases, non-communicable diseases, obesity just being one of those things. ठीक है? So this is another thing that you have to know. क्योंकि developing economy में क्या होता है, that there is something called as subsidy. I'm not sure if you know this, but what subsidy, and I hope I'm not boring you. Am I boring all of you? You know, do you want to tell me, GP, is everyone getting bored?
No.
They're okay, all right. Okay, so what happens with subsidies? Subsidies matlab you need to also look out for where is your government giving subsidies. Subsidies is like saying कि तुम अगर इसका 10 रुपया है तो आप इसको 2 रुपये में कर सकते हो. तो हम लोग का गवर्नमेंट का सब्सिडी है फर्टिलाइजर्स को. अगर कोई फार्मर फर्टिलाइजर खरीदना चाहता है तो उसमें उसको सब्सिडी मिलता है, मतलब वो उसको सस्ता मिलता है. अगर कोई फार्मर कुछ नॉन नेटिव जैसा कि पाम ऑयल लगाना चाहता है तो उसको उसके लिए भी सब्सिडी मिलता है. तो what happens is that we are giving subsidies for more non-native and non-local things, which is also then affecting our food environment. So if you can see, and then these subsidies also lead to a junk food market which is not regulated. तो ये जो सब subsidies है, they affect the food which is freely available across our country. तो फिर वो चाहे instant noodles हो गए, चाहे biscuits हो गए, चाहे chips हो गए, चाहे you know any junk food, because like almost all junk foods use this one thing called edible oil. Edible oil is mostly just palm oil, and there is so much across the globe about sensitive or ethical practices about growing palm oil, but you don't quite see that here in India. We just don't have a public opinion which is built around it, because all our health professionals are just busy talking about carbohydrate, protein, fat, personal records, how much weight my client has lost and stuff like that. You know, we just don't talk about the bigger picture ever in any of our communication. So subsidies also affect the way we are eating. Then there are other factors which affect our clients, like simply the social structure. हम लोग का जो social structure है, we are a feudal society. Feudal society मतलब जितना आदमी अमीर होता है उतना वो खुद के लिए कम काम करता है. इसीलिए अभी ये लॉकडाउन में हम लोग झाड़ू पोछा क्या करने लग गए खुद के घर में. तो हम लोग को लग रहा है दैट वी आर गॉड नोज वॉट. हम लोग खुद के ही किचन में खुद ही के लिए खाना क्या बनाने लग गए. तो हम लोग को लग रहा है कि ओ गॉड, दिस इज इंस्टाग्राम वर्दी पोस्ट, you know, so because we just can't get over ourselves, because we just otherwise don't do any work for ourselves. अगर घर पे आप खुद के लिए कुछ भी काम नहीं करोगे just because you're rich, then obviously you are going to get fat, okay? And this is what a feudal society does. In the Western countries, no matter how rich people are, they do cook meals for themselves, they do make their own tea or coffee, they do pick up their own glasses, they do wash their own dishes, you know, they do work by themselves. इसलिए हम लोग जो बोलते हैं अरे ये लोग कैसे इतने पतले रहते हैं, फॉरेनर्स को देख के हम लोग बोलते हैं, बिकॉज इट इज स्मॉल हैबिट्स विच इन्फ्लुएंस आवर हेल्थ. हम लोग कुछ भी नहीं करते, वी जस्ट सिट ऑन आवर बैक साइड डूइंग नथिंग. द अदर थिंग दैट ऑल्सो अफेक्ट्स अस, सो वी आर नॉट जस्ट फ्यूडल, वी आर ऑल्सो पेट्रियार्कल. पेट्रियार्कल मतलब हमारे यहाँ पर गर्ल्स को हम लोग कम इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं. इसीलिए आपने देखा रहेगा दैट अ लॉट ऑफ गर्ल्स, एंड आई थिंक सम ऑफ यू इवन हैव व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज ब्राइडल पैकेजेस, वेयर जहाँ पर लड़की को अगर शादी करनी हो तो शी कैन जस्ट कम साइन अप विथ यू, और आप उसको बहुत कम टाइम में बहुत पतला करके दे सकते हो. अगेन व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज यू आर प्लेइंग अप to the social structure, to patriarchy. That's not going to be very helpful. It's not such a good long term thinking or a business strategy to have. क्योंकि I mean you have seen this often just as much as I have seen this. लड़कियों की शादी होती है, लड़कियों का वजन बढ़ता है. You know क्यों लड़कियों का वजन बढ़ता है शादी के बाद? Because there is so much self neglect that is just built into our social structure. Yeah, if you have a girl who is, let's say, the CEO or someone who's doing really well in her business, instead of really feeling good about herself every time she comes for exercise, she actually feels like she's too fat, that she's not looking good in her suits, that she's not looking good in her saris and stuff like that. And instead of really showing them the path towards self-acceptance, instead of pointing them out to the fact that, you know, they are ill-treating themselves and, you know, just because of the social fabric that they are in, we kind of rub that into them. And which is why I've seen like so many women say things like, in my life whatever else I wanted to do I have achieved, but this weight loss I haven't. And I think to all of those girls, if you haven't achieved the weight loss, it's just because as fitness professionals, you know, we have let you down. You need to find obviously the right attitude along with and then you will begin to eat right, exercise and stuff like that. The other factors, very quickly I'll go on to it, sorry, is that there is also language. हम लोग कौन से लैंग्वेज में बात करते हैं ऑल्सो अफेक्ट्स हम लोग कितने मोटे रहेंगे या कितने पतले रहेंगे. क्योंकि हम लोग जितना ज़्यादा इंग्लिश में बात करते हैं उतना हम ज़्यादा खुद के कल्चर से दूर जाते रहते हैं, उतना हम ज़्यादा वो सारी चीज़ें खाने के लिए रेडी हो जाते हैं जो कि हमारे ग्रैंडमदर ने कभी भी नहीं खाई, लेकिन हम लोग क्यों खाना चाहते हैं? जस्ट बिकॉज इट विल मेक अस थिन. But what do studies say? What studies says that, and this is a study which comes out of Europe. In Europe there are all kinds of nations. So there are nations which speak in English and there are nations which speak in their own native language. वो लोग जर्मन में बात करते हैं, फ्रेंच में बात करते हैं, पोर्तुगीज में बात करते हैं, जो भी उनका लोकल लैंग्वेज रहेगा. And what the studies say is that countries which don't speak in English have better health outcomes than countries which speak in English. मतलब जो countries अंग्रेजी में बात करते हैं वो ज़्यादा मोटे हैं यूरोप में as compared to वो सारी countries जो कि अंग्रेजी में बात नहीं करती. And what is the reason for that? The reason for that is जो लोग अपने लैंग्वेज में बात करते हैं वो अपने खाने के साथ ज़्यादा जुड़े हुए रहते हैं और फिर उनके खाने में सब कुछ होता है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन और फैट, लेकिन क्योंकि वो ट्रेडिशनल खाना खा रहे हैं उसके वजह से वो ज़्यादा पतले रहते हैं. दैट्स वन थिंग. दूसरी चीज़ ये हो जाती है कि सारा जो जंक फूड मार्केटिंग होता है, सारा जो फूड इंडस्ट्री और वेट लॉस इंडस्ट्री का प्रोपोगेंडा होता है वो इंग्लिश में आप तक पहुंचता है. तो इफ़ यू आर नॉट अ नेचुरल इंग्लिश स्पीकर तो वो पहुंचने में, आप तक पहुंचने में इधर टाइम लगता है या आप तक पहुंचता ही नहीं है. तो वो सारे टाइम तक योर हेल्थ इज बेटर प्रोटेक्टेड. दिस इज दैट मच ट्रू in the health of the children because currently one of the things that the world is facing is children getting really out of shape. So this is another factor that you need to look at as a fitness professional and encourage your clients to embrace their local language because that will also bring about a change in their exercise and their workout habits, or at least you will know that someone who's far removed from their language is going to be a tougher one to crack as compared to someone who's speaking in their local language. Well, poverty is another factor. People who are poorer tend to have poorer health outcomes. मतलब वो लोग को communicable diseases भी होते हैं और non communicable diseases भी होते हैं. When people don't get any food for long hours, or when people just get about 1 or 2 meals a day, or they don't get food for many days a day, or they only get one kind of a food. और आप देखोगे कि ये सारी चीज़ें हम लोग हमारे डाइट्स में लोगों को करने के लिए बताते हैं. एक तो लंबे लंबे समय तक कुछ भी मत खाओ, या एक ही टाइप का फूड खाओ, या कुछ भी मत खाओ, या चलते ही रहो 10,000 स्टेप्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. वॉट पावर्टी में ये सारी चीज़ें नेचुरली होती है विदाउट हैविंग टू पे अ डाइटिशियन और अ ट्रेनर. तो पावर्टी के वजह से क्या होता है कि देर आर ऑल ऑर्गन्स, because they don't get adequate food, because they don't get adequate access to open spaces and games and health, you know, those kind of things, they have compromised growth right from the time that they are growing up. So any of your client who's come out of poverty, or anyone around you, where there is more poverty, India is a poor country, very much, you are going to see poor health. So again, we are not a diabetes capital because people are eating rice. हम लोग के बाजू में ही भूटान है. Bhutan eats a lot more rice than what we do. They don't have diabetes क्योंकि वो लोग ज़्यादा ट्रेडिशनल और नेचुरल खाते हैं. हम लोग के यहाँ पे कोलोनाइजेशन के वजह से, इकोनॉमी के वजह से, सब्सिडीज़ के वजह से, पावर्टी के वजह से हमारे को बहुत सारे डिसीजेस के लिए प्री डिस्पोजिशन होता है, वेदर इट इज़ डायबिटीज़, वेदर इट इज़ ब्लड प्रेशर, वेदर इट इज़ एनी ऑफ दोज अदर थिंग्स. सो पावर्टी इज़ अ फैक्टर. पावर्टी ऑल्सो अफेक्ट्स द वे we live, or housing. It affects housing. तो अभी कोविड का ज़माना फुल फ्लेज्ड चल रहा है. वी आर एबल टू सी दैट इवन जस्ट इन अ प्लेस लाइक मुंबई, दैट द वर्स्ट अफेक्टेड एरियाज आर धारावी, वर्ली, कोलीवाड़ा. हम लोग के जो झोपड़पट्टीज है वहाँ पर ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हुआ है. वाई इज देयर अ बिगर प्रॉब्लम देयर? बिकॉज द हाउसिंग is just so compromised, it is just so inhumane, it is just so poor. It is so poor कि हम लोग के इधर जब बाहर से लोग आते हैं, वो लोग धारावी में देखने जाते हैं कि सब कुछ भी जिसके पास नहीं रहता है वो कैसा अपना ज़िंदगी बनाता है. हर रोज़ का स्ट्रगल, हम लोग का हर रोज़ का स्ट्रगल किसी और के लिए एक फेसबुक या इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट हो सकता है, लेकिन ये सब लोग हम लोग के ही है. व्हाट वी हैव टू एंश्योर इज दैट वी आर एबल टू in some way contribute or change the mentality of the public, of our governments, and ensure that there is better housing for everyone, so that health outcomes are not so poor. City planning भी इसमें आता है. सिटी प्लानिंग मतलब अगर आप हमारे जैसे कंट्री में देखो तो वी डोंट हैव फुटपाथ्स, वी डोंट हैव साइकिलिंग लेन्स, which is why our health is so poor. Because you will find this in your clients that when they go abroad, they're more than happy to walk. They will tell you मैं 5 किलोमीटर चली, मैं 10 किलोमीटर चली. लेकिन जब वो बॉम्बे में रहते हैं, दिल्ली में रहते हैं, बैंगलोर में रहते हैं, वो लोग 1 मीटर भी चलते नहीं हैं, इमीडिएटली जाके अपने गाड़ी में बैठते हैं. बिकॉज वॉट वी डू आउट हियर इज दैट वी आर मेकिंग इट डिफिकल्ट फॉर पीपल टू वॉक. इवन नाउ विद दिस होल कोविड थिंग, we are saying look after senior citizens, look after senior citizens, but look at our cities. We have made it difficult for senior citizens to just go out and buy a newspaper or go walking towards their friend also. And I mean, like, this is when there is no lockdown. Because हम लोग जिस तरीके से बाइक्स चलाते हैं, जिस तरीके से हम लोग गाड़ियाँ चलाते हैं, there are no footpaths for senior citizens to walk on safely. There are no safe crossing points. We have so many pedestrian accidents जहाँ पर किसी ने उनको उड़ा दिया. और लोग जैसे जैसे उनकी उम्र बढ़ती है, इन सब चीज़ों से इतना डरने लगते हैं कि फिर वो लोग बाहर ही जाना छोड़ देते हैं. So these are the factors which are affecting our health, the health of our population at large. Now in this whole COVID times, we are saying, okay, let's clap for our fitness professionals, let's shower them with not fitness professionals, sorry, medical professionals, and let shower them with praise and stuff. But what we are doing overall, because of all of these other factors which influence and affect our health, is that we are really making it difficult for them to carry out their own job. Because instead of just few people being sick, we have now a large population which is predisposed to sickness, because this large population is predisposed to obesity, not because they lack willpower, not because they are not not because they don't have the personal responsibility towards their health, and that they are eating too much, or that they're eating too much rice, or they're not exercising hard enough and stuff like that. But it is because of how the joint factors are letting us down in terms of economy, subsidy, our social structure, our language, our poverty, our city planning, our housing structures. Even the rich people, they are living in buildings where there is no place to play. It's just cars and cars. So what kind of childhood are we giving our children? What kind of adults are they going to turn into? They're going to turn into obese children, obese adults. So we are making it difficult for people to be healthy, and because of that, almost everyone is kind of obese. And once people are obese, they have a little bit of baseline inflammation. मतलब बोलो में inflammation हमेशा रहता है. Inflammation मतलब थोड़ा सा you know what it is, right? थोड़ा सा टेम्परेचर बढ़ा हुआ रहता है, थोड़ा सा स्वेलिंग रहता है, थोड़ा सा लॉगिंग वाटर का रहता है all over their cells, and then that makes their immune response poorer, that drives them into a cytokine storm, that drives them into succumbing to diseases. But we must remember that there is an umbrella of factors which is making them sick. So health, at least as fitness professionals, as dietitians and trainers, we need to get educated about all of these factors and then develop an advocacy speech around it, so that when we are talking to our clients, when we are talking at forums, when we have the opportunity to make our voice heard, we are not limiting ourselves into a box, but we are actually able to talk about all of the factors that influence people's health. Very quickly, before I go, I also want to tell you that COVID infections, there have been studies, early studies of course, which are saying that ये सब लोगों में vitamin D low होता है. And you can see that how through all of these factors, we are not eating, let's say, ghee, we are not eating peanuts, we are not eating fresh fruits and vegetables which grow in good soil because of subsidies going to fertilizers and stuff like that, and how all these factors could influence our vitamin and mineral absorption, including that of vitamin D. Another thing that you should also be looking at, and this is the last thing that I'm going to say to you before I let you go, is that look at how COVID is affecting other countries. So in our country, we do know, at least in our city, if we'll just look at Mumbai, that in Dharavi it is worse than, let's say, what it is at Cuff Parade, or as compared to what it is in like Bandstand or something, right? So we do know that the poorer areas are more affected. What are the trends across the globe? Across the globe, you will find the exact same trend. Whether it is New York, whether it is Washington, whether it is Singapore, you will find that poorer areas are worse affected, and the death rate in the poorer areas is much higher than a person who is infected in a rich area. Washington, for example, जो उनके prime locations है, उनका जो real estate का भाव है, that is 6 times more than poor areas का भाव. So pin code, मतलब आपका zip code क्या है, आपको 4000017 और 4000039 और 4000052, आपका कौन सा एरिया में आप रहते हो, that also influences your health, because that influences कि आप कितने डेंसिटी में रहने वाले हो. यूएस में ये देखा गया है कि उनका जो ब्लैक पॉपुलेशन है, या उनका जो साउथ अमेरिकन के माइग्रेंट्स है, जो ब्लैक पॉपुलेशन स्पेशली, उनमें जिन एरियाज में वो सिर्फ 30% है, उन एरियाज में भी उनका डेथ परसेंटेज बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड 75% है. एंड दैट इज बिकॉज व्हेन दे वर ब्रॉट इन अबाउट 400 years ago, they were brought in as slaves, they have lived in extreme poverty, they have been denied just so many things. So in terms of the joint factors which affect their health, even the most developed countries have kind of let them down, because of which rich area में जो रहने वाला person है, he copes up better, जो poor area में रहने वाला है, he copes up worse. And it's important that we know that. Yeah, I think this is all for me. I also need to get into another appointment. I'm sure even you have tons of things to do, but my main message today is, obviously I can't talk about everything, is that just start looking at all of these factors and placing your clients into this big environment, so that you are able to widen the scope of your practice, and that you actually come out better and stronger as a person, as a professional, no matter what pandemic or what challenge strikes you. Thank you very much for listening in. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. to then talk about the actual process of consultation and training. Bye bye.